Hi guys, Richard here from Dadrail. I've literally got bags underneath my eyes, it's that bad. It's 3:30 in the morning, I'm at Premier in Stansted and we are going train spotting in Frankfurt.
An early alarm call never seems so bad when you're at an airport hotel, but after only 3 hours sleep, I was really feeling it. Nothing that a few strong coffees and the airport standard Wetherspoons breakfast couldn't fix though.
Feeling a bit more refreshed now. I've had about 5 cups of coffee. Frankfurt, here we come.
Costing a little under £30 return, our Ryanair flights were great value. The trick with Ryanair is to always read the small print, and remember, if you buy a cheap wine, it won't taste like a vintage. The flight time was around 1 hour 15 minutes, and we touched down on time.
An aeroplane, a couple of buses and a couple of trains later and we've arrived in Frankfurt and I am meeting up with Alex. Say hello, Alex.
Hello, Aaron.
Alex, if you remember from the Discord server from my last live stream, is a train driver and he's kindly agreed to be our guide for the day.
More or less, yeah. I'm not too sure about the area around here, but yeah, I can speak German, so I'll definitely make sure we don't starve or anything. Yeah.
That's good enough. Should we go and find some trains? Let's go and find some trains.
Our day starts at Frankfurt Hauptbahnhof, that's Central Station, where you can see a huge selection of locomotives for multiple units, like these two Class 218 diesel hydraulic locomotives, nicknamed Rabbits. On a side note, I know these vlog type videos are not for everyone, so if you just want to see the clips of the trains with no music commentary or overlays, I'll post them in a separate video and link in the description. With Alex as our guide, we left Frankfurt behind and jumped on a train along the beautiful and very scenic Rhine Valley left line up to Koblenz.
So we are on a Stadler Flirt free on the beautiful Rhine Valley left route. The Rhine Valley right route is primarily freight traffic, the left route is passenger traffic. Just picking up on some really nice features on these trains. Built into the table with your own personal litter bin.
Koblenz is situated in western Germany on the banks of the Rhine and is served by many train services, including cross-border services to and from Luxembourg. Our flirt-free train, Class 429 number 112, heads back to Frankfurt. Arguably one of the most successful trains of modern times, the Stadler Flirt is a common sight across Germany.
We just got off our train here in Koblenz, been for a little walk around the city, it's absolutely beautiful. Come across this railway bridge. One of the great things about not having open train times or real-time trains or anything like that is you never know what's going to come along.
Here's something familiar, the unmistakable sound of a Class 66, designated a Class 266 here in Germany. The locomotive's smaller loading gauge is evident here when compared against the wagons, not to mention the air conditioning unit on the roof.
Really quite pleased with that. I drive those nearly every day of the week, so first one I've ever seen abroad. Really pleased with that. Good catch. We have ventured up to Koblenz Stadmitte. My German pronunciation is getting better, but Alex has been helping me.
Koblenz Stadmitte.
That's the one. There is so much going on here. It's unbelievable. We are kind of getting a train every 2 or 3 minutes. I just don't know where to point the camera at the moment. There. See what I mean? Turn the camera off for a second and we got another freight.
A popular locomotive and an increasingly common sight is the versatile Siemens Vectron. They can be seen in a multitude of liveries, hauling a variety of freight and passenger services across Germany. The locomotive can be built as either electric, diesel or dual mode, and is designed to be easily reconfigured for the type of work and country that it is operating in.
So we talk all the time about getting freight off the roads and onto the rails. Well, they have quite literally done that here. That is, as you can see, an articulated lorry chucked on the back of a railway wagon.
Koblenz Stadmitte certainly was very busy, but there was lots of the same coming through, so we decided to call it a day and headed back to Koblenz Hbf to catch the train to our hotel in Frankfurt for a well-needed rest. Day 2 of our trip starts out once again in Frankfurt. With our train ticket not valid until after 9 AM, it gave us a chance to have a look at the trams and a stroll around the city.
It's a short walk from Frankfurt Hbf, that's Central Station. We find this lovely road bridge with great views across the yard.
That's a good catch. A Train Italia Pendolino on an international service from Frankfurt to Milan. This service operates daily, departing Frankfurt at 08:04 and arriving in Milan at 15:55, a journey time of 7 hours 51 minutes.
Something that never ceases to amaze me with railways in Europe is just how open they are. I mean, this fence is sort of, I'm 5'8", just above waist height. You could almost hop over and jump on the track, but people don't. Nice Vectron there on a service to Fulda. But yeah, people don't hop over the fence. The common sense approach
really seems to work in Germany, which is a breath of fresh air if I'm being honest. There are 6 main types of railway service in Germany. U-Bahn services are urban inner-city metro services. Think London Underground and Manchester Metrolink. S-Bahn are suburban services, so think London Overground and Birmingham Cross City Line. You then have regional services, intercity services, intercity express services, and finally international services. Most services are operated by DB, but some states have their own regional operators, and there are a number of open access operators. It's important to remember that tickets bought for one operator may not be valid on another, and most operators will have separate ticket offices and ticket machines. Our walk around the city had led us to Frankfurt Sud, that's South Station. Our plan for today was to travel to Fulda, but not before seeing what Sud had to offer. Right, let's go for a ride on a train down to Fulda. Traction today on our RE50 service from Frankfurt to Fulda was courtesy of a Siemens Vectron. Fulda is located some 100 kilometres to the west of Frankfurt and is an important interchange station with the promise of lots of freight and passenger trains. That was a very scenic journey behind the Vectron there. We're now down at Fulda. Freight traffic everywhere, and there's a nice big yard out the other side of the station. Let's see what we can find. Tones from the driver and a nice spot. Anything with rods has got to be a win. So one of the things that's very evident here in Germany is the larger loading gauge. Although the track is standard gauge 4 foot 8.5 inches, the actual loading gauge is a lot bigger. Easily demonstrated here with these massive 80-foot container wagons. Another great catch, a Class E40. 879 of these locomotives were built by various companies between 1957 and 1973, and there's still a few knocking about today.
One of the best things about going train spotting abroad, or anywhere for that matter, is coming across something unexpected and sometimes unusual. Look what I've just found. It's a snowblower. They do seem to like a good wheel flat here. The amount of wagons running around with flats on is just crazy.
In the 3 or so hours we spent at Fulda, we saw a great selection of locomotives in a wide variety of liveries. I would love to have been able to spend more time here. This is certainly one location that I would really like to visit again.
So we've only had a couple of days in Germany and I really like what I see railway wise. So who knows? Maybe it's time for a change of career.
Unfortunately, our trip in Germany was coming to an end, and it was time to board the train back to Frankfurt and onto the airport, this time courtesy of a Class 146. With the weather having been near perfect on both days, we managed to see a great selection of trains in Frankfurt, Koblenz and here at Fulda. Germany never fails to please, and I would recommend a visit to anybody who likes trains. In fact, maybe you want to join me on my next visit. Check the Discord server for details of Dadrail community events.
Well, I've had an absolutely brilliant couple of days in Germany, but all good things must come to an end. I'd like to say a massive thank you to Alex for showing us around, and a huge thank you to Dan and Rob for putting up with me for the last couple of days and for imparting their knowledge. Rob, who is sitting there just off camera. Germany, great place, can't wait to come back. Let me know what you thought of the video as well, guys. Let me know if you'd like to see more content like this, maybe from the UK or maybe from other countries in the world. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you have enjoyed this video, and as always, thank you very, very much to my Patreon supporters whose names are on the screen now. Until next time, remember, create, share and inspire.